Many believe that this pandemic crisis will end once a safe and effective vaccine is approved. Well, Johnson & Johnson just began stage 4 trials, and their version is different than what's been tested so far, as our Bob Woodruff reports in this week's Vaccine Watch.
Today, Johnson & Johnson, the largest pharmaceutical company in the U.S., became the 4th company to launch a late-stage phase 3 COVID-19 vaccine trial in the United States. This trial, the biggest yet.
We're going to run this globally in North America, Latin America, but also in Southern Africa, with the aim of recruiting people in a very diverse set of people, elderly, younger people, but also mostly focused on people with the highest risk for COVID disease.
And unlike its competitors, Moderna, Pfizer, and AstraZeneca, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine would likely be given in a single shot, rather than multiple shots over several weeks.
What's different is that we will be able to study a single dose as an efficacious vaccine and start that in 60,000 people, placebo-controlled.
We showed in animal studies, in preclinical studies about 2 months ago, that a single shot of this vaccine was immunogenic.
We visited Dr. Dan Baruch's lab weeks ago, where he showed us some of the early experiments demonstrating that a single shot might offer full protection.
It's much more convenient to go to your pharmacy or to your doctor and get a single shot essentially once and done, rather than having to remember to go back 3 or 4 weeks later for a second shot.
Moving forward, 60,000 people across the globe will be given this shot in a phase 3 trial, which is jointly funded by Johnson & Johnson and the U.S. government's Operation Warp Speed.
What we anticipate we will spend on the totality of this phase 3 trial will be just short of $500 million, about $480+ million.
President Trump has offered a rosy prediction of when a vaccine could be available, but Johnson & Johnson is months behind competitors like Pfizer and Moderna.
Pfizer's doing really well. I tell you, Pfizer's doing really well. Johnson & Johnson has an incredible vaccine that's really doing well. They'll probably be a little bit later.
Johnson & Johnson has cautiously said it could have an FDA green light by 2021, whereas some of its competitors might be authorized as early as this year. But many Americans are concerned of the speed of vaccine development, with a recent Axios poll showing 6 out of 10 Americans wouldn't take the first one approved.
It's important for all the people involved in the COVID-19 vaccine effort to communicate very clearly with the public about the attention to safety.
If this trial is successful, Johnson & Johnson has said it will provide 1 billion doses of its vaccine each year. And since it'll likely take 1 shot rather than 2, the company says it could produce twice the number of doses as its competitors. This is Bob Woodruff, tracking the race for a vaccine.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.